If you come at me with great energy and you're good or whatever, you just met your new best friend. Like, I'm a great person to have in your life, you know, just treat me well.
Awesome.
Until you rob them.
I'm not gonna rob them. I have a legitimate job where I pay taxes. I'm a taxpayer.
That's a good question.
Still funny as hell. The same, basically the same.
Before I became a tattooer, I was very, very shy.
I was definitely more shy.
I was very naive, very shy.
I was a sweet, nice person. I had dreams and hopes.
Fine artist, painter, starving, stereotypical artist, man. Felt sorry for myself. Cried a lot.
I was reading tombs and creating cool little things to fight the Nazis and blah, blah, blah. I'm Indiana Jones.
I was a menace. I was out rebelling and, you know, I was a little
Con artist, little just, you know, I was a troubled youth.
What was the question? What was I like before I tattooed?
What were you like before you were tattooed?
Worse than this.
Always been in the art business, so it's kind of natural progression in tattooing, and I always hung out in tattoo shops from the age of 15.
I always wanted to be a tattooer since I was little. I used to play tattoo shop when I was like 5.
The first time I went to a shop, I have 15, 16, something like that. Like, I don't get tattooed at that time, but I always been involved to that people, like, with my friends.
I started working in a tattoo shop when I was 19. So I was kind of just like 19-year-old garbage, I guess.
I graduated high school, basically learned how to tattoo right after that, and then joined a band, hit the road.
I've been involved with tattooing since I was about 10 years old.
You mentioned you were second generation tattooer.
Yeah, my father was a tattooist. Yeah, he started when I was about 4 years old. Then I started helping out around the shop when I was about 10, started tattooing when I was 15.
My brother got his first tattoo when I was like 12 or 13, and like it was asked. So I was like, I could draw something better than that. And he's like, well, when you're older, become a tattoo artist and you could do better. And I did.
Got my first tattoo when I was 15, so it's kind of like in my skin. Punk rock, skating, motorcycles, tattooing. It's been my life, so, you know, it's always been a part of my life.
Have you tattooed your brother?
Yeah, I f***ed him up, and then like it's like a story all the way around. It's like f***ups to like good shit, and so like my story is there with all my siblings.
No, I've been trying to tattoo since I was 19 years old. It was just not a thing that I could do until later on in life.
I never really thought that tattooing would be a possibility for me because I'm a woman and I thought you had to be this amazing artist.
You know, people would try and take advantage of me, or like I went through 3 different apprenticeships, and by the time I landed on my last and final one, you know, I knew that this was a really lucrative like job.
I did some retail. I did a lot of art. I did a lot of like traveling and painting and stuff like that.
I was in fitness, and it's always been my passion. So I used to be a fitness manager, you know, at a health club, and I used to teach trainers how to be good trainers and how to sell personal training, and that was my job, and I loved it. I've always kind of been into art, and that's when I actually started getting tattooed, because my job didn't require me to, you know, cover up my tattoos or anything. So while I was a trainer, I started getting tattooed.
He was a locksmith.
Yeah, a locksmith. Yeah.
Not a very good one, because in the shop, he had to fix a door and a lock, and the thing, it took him years to do it. It still doesn't work right, so good choice becoming a tattoo artist.
Were they paying you to fix the door?
No.
No, I don't
No,
do
he
that
didn't.
for free.
Exactly. There was nothing, just non-anger. That's
Just,
all.
I paid him with my love and respect.
Which I never got.
Because the
I'm
doors still don't
waiting.
work.
Yeah, well.
Before tattooing, and in the middle of my first, few years in tattooing, I was in a band, just traveling across the country, just partying, having a good time, and just playing music with a band out of Colorado. We would just travel all around the whole country, just playing tunes. And that whole time I should have been tattooing while I was doing all that, but I was just having a good time.
I used to work in the hotel industry. I was starting in the reception agent, and I was grown till the receptionist, how it's called, front office manager. Okay. And I was working there 5 years. And actually that's why I'm switched to tattooing, because I was trying to travel, but this job doesn't allow me to travel at all. It was like 20 days per year I can use for traveling. So I decided that I need to switch to something that I can use while traveling.
He's done everything.
I mean, I used to work at like the kitchen. I was chef for like Japanese ramen, you know, the same
Before
ones.
that, he was a professional wrestler in Korea. Swear to God.
No,
Swear
it's
to
like,
God.
yeah, pro wrestling, like I
Super
did before,
cool.
like long ago,
What do you call it? What do you call it when you...
Wakeboard, like
There you go,
instructor.
Everything before tattooing.
My dream was like a pro wrestler. I just look at the newspaper long ago, and then I found like some gym. Oh, there's gym for like a pro wrestling, blah blah blah, and then it was really like the famous some pro wrestler. It's like a gym. It was that like I called that I want to do like pro wrestler, and then I want to do like pro wrestling. Then you can come. And then you can pay for like a month, by the months, and then I can, they can teach me, and then, you know.
I'm the same, I think.
I'm the same person I've always been.
I feel like I'm still the same.
Yeah.
I just have more tattoos.
I would imagine the same, except I spent more time in a coffee shop.
In high school, I was lonely, and all I did was draw, and I'm kind of the same now. I think that's why anime kind of struck me so hard, was because I was like kind of a loner, and I was friends with all the freaks and the weirdos, you know, and we would just sit and draw and get made fun of by the cool kids. And now I've just held on to anime, kind of taught me how to draw, and so I feel like I'm just a different version. I'm a more professional version of my older self. I'm just still kind of a nerd that likes anime.
I don't think it's changed me that much. I think if anything, being in tattoo shops has made me like grind and kind of like rebel against certain elements of being a tattoo artist. And I used to just like with the dudes who I worked with at my apprentice shop. They would just do general like dick bag shop owner things of like, you know, make me, you know, sweet mop, whatever, apprentice stuff, fine. But they were kind of dicks about it. So I would just go into their Pandora accounts and then go to their radio stations they had been honing, and then just like add weird artists to it. So every day they'd be listening to music, being like, man, why does it keep playing Pearl Jam? And they would keep having to like thumbs down, and I would just keep adding weird tracks to all their music. So that's how that was happening.
I let people walk over me, and then getting into this industry, it was like, okay, no more of that, you know, like.
I think that this job made me way more of an extrovert. It made me way more personable. It helped me figure out how to like communicate with others, and like, because you really have to explain things to people, and sometimes you have to tell them what they don't want to hear, and you need to like not offend them. So it has, you know, made me a way more like understanding, communicative person.
Tattooing saved my life. You learn so many lessons with just the people that you interact, and you learn so much about yourself. And I feel like I've matured as a tattoo artist just because of the, you know, what it entails and what comes with the territory, and just dealing with people and then hearing the stories. You know, I'm not that tattoo artist that'll just put on the headphones and tune you out. Like, I really want to know what makes you want to get this on your body for the rest of your life.
I feel like I'm just such a stronger person now. I don't take shit from people. I have a thicker skin. I know how to deal with people really well. And yeah, I think that's it. I'm who I am now because of tattooing, 100%.
So what is like the typical tourist who like comes to Siberia like? Like what do you like do in Siberia?
I was working in a hotel, and in this hotel, the people who arrived, they were mostly, how to say it? They come in for work. We have a huge oil production or something like that, and most of the people, they come in for this oil production company from different countries. And I remember it was a guy from Switzerland, and he even bring me some Switzerland chocolate.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
yeah.
so sweet.
Yeah, that was cool.